術式順天青
Hello everyone, my name is Troy and welcome to Maximum Output Training. Welcome to week 5 of the year-end max out, and today's training vlog is Dynamic Effort Upper. So we are working with competition style grip because that is what we're preparing for, and it is week 2 technically of the pendulum wave or the dynamic effort wave for this training cycle, but I'm just kind of like cramping them all into 6 weeks. And then we have a nice fat deload, and then we test, and then we'll probably do a deload right after and maybe some sort of active recovery. But for now, we are on week 2 of the pendulum wave of competition style grip, 190 pounds for sets of 3, and we'll be doing it for a few sets. I already did a couple sets before the video, so we're just gonna hit this set right now, and then I'll chat to you afterwards. Woo! Okay, that felt pretty good. Throughout the last couple weeks, I've been feeling good. My cut is officially ended, so I'm just hovering at these maintenance calories to hold at 148, 149, 150, depending on how I slept, fluid intake, and the last time I ate, and especially how I sleep, because obviously sleep does affect your morning weight, and especially fluid. They all work together if you kind of catch my drift. So I'm eating around 2,500 calories, and I'll probably put up the progress of the 13, 14 weeks up here somewhere, so you can kind of see how I did with my cut. And hovering at 148, gonna maintain the calories there. I'm not gonna drop it anymore, so it doesn't affect strength even further. I've noticed that deadlift and squat strength is relatively staying somewhat the same, maybe slightly climbing. If you kind of see on my Instagram from my reels of top sets, they've been climbing up slowly, 5 to 10 pounds every 12 weeks when I retest the variation. And bench has been either staying the same or slowly declining. That always happens anytime I've done a cut. But I've noticed it in the last few times that I've started a cut going from 180, 85 down to 160, 165. That bench just nosedives for whatever reason. Either I cut too fast or try not to build muscle in the program. But this time around, bench has slowly declined or stayed relatively the same. So I'm just trying to maintain as much strength on the cut as possible and hopefully build up again towards the year-end max out and see how that goes. And then from there, we will probably still maintain or maybe up the calories a little bit. I'm not too sure yet. I think I'll do one last push for another cut. Just relax here for a little bit, enjoy Christmas holidays and all that fun stuff, eat lots of food and not worry about cutting. And then when the new year comes, officially after New Year's, it'll be probably just cut for another, I don't know, I'm at 148, maybe another 8 weeks. And then I'll be doing like a bulking massing phase for the next, probably till the end of the year next year and see how that goes. So for now, that's the plan. I kind of rambled there. I'm just gonna get to the next set and then I'll just talk to you again. Okay, that was a lot better. Not gonna lie, 190 is moving a lot better than last week, which was 180 for sets of 3. But for whatever reason, it's moving better this week. And I'm falling apart. My shoulder is pissing me off. And it has nothing to do, I think, with bench pressing of some sort. Because the Sunday that just passed, I was just laying down, watching TV, and I moved my shoulder in a way, and all of a sudden it just got like, I don't want to say locked up or strained or something. I just pissed off my shoulder, and I tried to move it around, and it just fucking hurts. So anytime I do like some sort of squat, like I squatted yesterday, benching puts pressure on my shoulder, and I don't know what the hell is happening. It's feeling a little bit better since Sunday, so that's a good sign in my opinion. But even with this pissed off shoulder, 190 is moving better than a healthier version of Troy than last week. So It's good. Meet prep, year in max out prep is going okay. I think I shouldn't have dealt with a cut and then try to meet prep in a way. I think it should have been the opposite, do a massing, and then, but I'm officially kind of, sort of at a 148 weight class for males. I don't know, I'm not competing at 148. I think I would be competing at 165. But I think the goal from last year's cut was to cut down as far as possible and then slowly build up into the 148s. Yeah, that plan kind of set sail, just kind of like fucked off. And that didn't work out. And I ballooned up to 165 again in like a year. A lot of that was fat because last Christmas I ate a lot of cheesecake and ice cream. I don't know, I just couldn't satiate my hunger. I just ate everything. So I gained weight super fast. Not a healthy thing to do, but I don't know. I was just eating my regular foods and then all of a sudden I was just hankering for like ice cream and cheesecake, and I ballooned up quite fast after that. So lesson learned, stay at 148, stay at these calories, feeling pretty good. Sleep is going okay, recovery is okay, shoulder is pissed off. I'm feeling good. Hunger throughout the cut was like non-existent. Yeah, I get hungry towards the end of the day, but other than that, like I didn't feel like the urge to like go off track, binge eat or shit like that. It was relatively the smoothest cut I've ever done in the 12 years of me training. So I'm pretty happy with that. Took me about 13, 14 weeks to lose about 15 pounds in total. Went from 163, 164 down to 148, 149. And then just gonna hover here for the next month, 6, 8 weeks. And then we'll kind of figure out if I wanna do another cut or mass, and then for the rest of the year. Haven't decided yet. I'm just gonna keep going here. And yeah, that's the plan anyways. My fitness goal is just like, get as strong as possible, but also beat the other versions of Troy that was fat, strong, prime Troy. I'm not in my prime yet, I think. But also look and feel better, but perform way better than the previous versions. That's my goal right now. So we'll see how that goes. And we're gonna go for the last set here, and then we'll move on to the first barbell accessory, which is a weird treat for you guys, but also probably one of the dumbest variations I have ever come up with. And I've done a lot of dumb variations. So let's get to this set of triple at 190, and then I'll catch you for the next barbell accessory. Oh man, I missed groove that. I think I like shifted in my shoulder or whatever. I'm gonna fix that. I still have quite a few sets to do. Feeling pretty good. My belt is in the weird position of being way too tight if I go one hole down, and at the current hole is a little too loose. And the looseness is fine if I just want to be just somewhat tight within my squat, bench, and deadlift. But if I go down, it's super tight. And I did that yesterday during squats and deadlifts. And now I have an epic bruise on my side here that if I go down to the one hole that I was using yesterday, it pisses off the bruise. And if I go to my regular hole here, this sounds so fucking weird. If I go to the regular hole I've been using, it still puts pressure on my bruise, and it just kind of throws my brain out of whack because now I'm worried about the bruise and I'm worried about my shoulder. So I have two things worrying about. So yeah, I gotta be careful. Can't get hurt before the year-end max out. Just trying to stay healthy as best as possible. I should probably go see my osteo before maxing out, get some sort of body manipulation here so I can start healing, and we'll go from there. So I'm gonna finish the rest of my sets, and I'll catch you guys for the next accessory. Comp grip done, sets of 3 at 190 done. I think I did one more set than I should have, just to kind of fine tune it. I think I lost track as usual. Pec is feeling a little dicey, so I got to be careful of that. So now we are on to probably one of the dumbest variations I have ever come up with in the history of me doing conjugate training and involving different variations within my training cycle. So today, or included in this training cycle, I have done closest grip to board. In the past, I've done it, which is fine because close grip attacks triceps, and then adding a two board, add a little bit more triceps. And I thought couple weeks ago, how can I hammer out lockout a little bit harder? Why don't we add some bands to the top of it to make lockout even harder? So I've done some janky variations in the past, especially when it comes to deadlifts, especially. I've done, I think, one of the dumbest variations that is in line with closest grip, 2 board against bands. It's probably me doing either a deficit pull versus bands. That is one of them. I've also done sumo block pulls versus bands. That one was a fucking pain in the ass to set up, and it would probably by far the one I will never do again, because the setup and the takedown took so damn long. So I'll probably never do that again. I did that for like a couple training cycles. It was like the most ridiculous thing I've ever done. I think that's probably the worst variation. And then this one is another second. And then deficit pulls against bands is probably third. So I haven't done anything dumb with squats, because I've always done straight weight pause or box squats against bands. So I think box squats against bands is just like nothing, because the West Side Boys and equipped powerlifters do them all the time. So I think it's just nothing out of the ordinary. But yeah, this is probably one of the dumbest bench variations I've ever done. So we are targeting lockout strength. That's the whole point of me doing this stupid variation in the first place. It is my second week doing this, and I'm going to take you through the process. Because like I said, I've done closest grip, started the knurl, close to the smooth with the 2 board to target triceps and lockout strength. And then me being me, what if I put bands to target more lockout strength? And it feels good. It's super awkward. And I overshot it with the weight. So I'm just going to not drop the weight, but I'm just going to add a set or a rep here and there. Because usually when it comes to band training, I like to start off between 40 and 50% and then kind of just scale it up to 40 to 50 or 50 to 60%. I decided to start off with 50, and I did a 5x5 last week. And by the time so we're just going to do 6 sets of 5, because if I tried to push a 6th rep, I think I would have just like barely got it. So we're just trying to build up work capacity, or just try to build up the strength in there. So there's that. So come along for the little journey of me doing one of the dumbest bench variations in my arsenal. 2 board, closest grip against bands. And the band tension, I have no fucking idea, and it doesn't really matter. I try to keep it consistent. I want to say it's between 30 to 60 pounds of band tension. I want to say I'm going to say 60 and 100 pounds of band tension on one side. So that could be 120 to 200 pounds of band tension in total. I highly doubt it's 100 pounds. Let's just say 60 pounds, just to keep it reasonable, because I highly doubt it's 200 pounds of band tension with these little mini bands here. Anyways, I'm going to shut up. Sets of 5 at 125 pounds against bands for sets of 5. I talked a lot for this, but I wanted to like just rant and tell you what's on my mind. Let's do this.
I wish that we were on TV, just like in Pokemon. Give me a Pika girl in the
Woo! Feels good. Pissed off my shoulder a little bit, but that's okay. As you can see, it's super awkward. I got this for a few more sets. It feels good. Feels nice on the triceps. I can really feel my triceps more. Maybe it's placebo. I'm going to say it's mostly placebo. Give it a try. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And if you don't have the bench with band pegs and you have to set this up like in a commercial gym with like dumbbells and stuff, don't do it. If you want to buy a 2 board, you can grab 2 boards. They're relatively inexpensive these days. I haven't looked at the price for bench blocks anymore. I got these like almost 10 years ago, and they were like $100 for the 2 pairs of from half board all the way to 5 board, and I got 2 bench blocks. So maybe they're cheaper now, maybe they're more expensive from inflation in the last 10 years since I bought bench blocks, but give it a try. You don't need like the classic 1-2 board where somebody's holding it and then you can press. You can just press by yourself and use a board press this way. So I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm gonna rest for a little bit and I'll catch you for the next accessory. So I'm gonna torture myself with these. Hopefully my triceps get stronger. But I think I'm gonna keep these in rotation for a little bit. Even though I've said in the past I'm not a big fan of band training, but I felt like trying it out. And when you try something out, it's best to do it at the beginning of some sort of training cycle. And I know I should have done it a few weeks ago at the start of this quote unquote meet prep thing. But I decided to start at the start of a pendulum wave. So I have 3 weeks of experience with this variation or this exercise. And then I can kind of judge from there if I want to keep it. But as of the second week, yeah, feels pretty good. I'm going to get to the next few sets and I'll catch you for the next accessory. Closest grip 2 board against bands for sets of 5 at 125 pounds. Done. Holy shit. Sets of 5 was just, it felt good on the triceps. Thank God it's done. And then just before this, I did my incline dumbbell press for sets of 11 at 55 pounds. My pec is taking quite the beating, so I might have to go see my osteo to get adjusted. Or I'll just save it for the deload week and just kind of push through if I can and do some mobility drills of my own accord. I'll do mobility on my own time and figure out what's the hell is wrong with my shoulder and pec. I'm just trying not to manipulate too much where it could affect my lifting in a way that I actually get hurt, because the range of motion will be increased due to mobility getting more range of motion. I just have to strengthen that area. So I got to be careful with what I do. I probably won't do any like direct pec work. Might do some T-spine and shoulder work and see if that helps alleviate problems within my shoulder, my pec. But either way, we are going to go and do, what the hell is wrong with my leg? For now, after incline dumbbell press for sets of 11, 55 pounds, we're just going to jump right into dumbbell skull crushers. I've been trying to like change the order of my exercises. Usually it would be like my main competition style stuff, then the barbell accessory, and then big compound movements, and then my like isolation bodybuilding type isolation. I said isolation twice there, I think. My isolation bodybuilding type accessories to like push downs and skull crushers like that. But then like lately I'm trying to like group them by like push pull, and then like shoulders and dumb shit later, just for like convenience sake. So whatever, it doesn't matter. All my work still gets done in within the time I'm in the gym. So for now, dumbbell skull crushers at 35 pounds for sets of 15. I'm going to maintain 15 reps throughout the next couple weeks just to keep the volume there and try not to die in the process of maxing out. And hopefully it builds up my triceps to build up my lockout to get even stronger, and hopefully one day bench 275 once again. So let's do this. 12, 13, 14. Okay, that felt awkward because I flipped around on the bench, and this seat is, I think, a little bit higher than this seat because this seat inclines and folds and all that fun shit. So that felt super awkward. 15 felt okay. But since I couldn't really dig my traps, I'm just making a whole bunch of fucking excuses today. But that's just how it felt. I'm gonna change it up. I think the main reason I did it this way is because this latch thing here always gets in the way for dumbbell skull crushers. And it's the angle there. I don't want to be, unless you want to see my crotch, then I can start like an OnlyFans or whatever. But for angle's sake, this way would have been better towards the camera. And I didn't want to change the angle up. So we're going to continue this with a couple more sets. I'll probably show one more accessory before getting the hell out of here and ending the video. But for now, I got to finish all my push stuff, get to my pull, do some arms, and get the hell out of here. So I'll catch you for the next accessory. Man, I am dragging ass today. It's about 10:30 a.m. I started around 8, and I only have 3 accessories left. I got to haul ass here and get the hell out of here. But I can feel my energies pretty low. So I think I might have a refeed day today or some sort of cheat meal, or I'll just bump up my calories for the next little bit, just because like I used to be in and out of here before 10:30. Now it's 10:30 and I still have quite a bit to do. So finished the main compound movements. We're gonna finish off this video with incline dumbbell lateral raises for sets of 18 with 15 pounds. I don't know how it's gonna feel. I did my first set already, kind of pissed off my shoulder. My shoulder's getting really pissed off. Need to get the hell out of here. Motivation to finish the lift is quite low now because my energy is getting low and I just wanted to get the hell out of here. So let's just finish this video strong, get to it, and I'll talk to you afterwards. 16, 17, 18. Oh man. Oh. This doesn't usually happen that I'm dragging ass. Has been for the last couple weeks during my workouts. I'm getting out here a lot longer, staying in the gym, resting periods are going from 2 to 3 minutes when it's usually around 2 minutes. Aside from doing big compound movements, I'll rest maybe 3 minutes. So yeah, I think it's time to bump up calories. This happened last week too. And then I had like pizza, garlic bread, and a nice fat cheat meal. Had some ice cream as well. And that really like helped with sleep as well afterwards. Sunday felt refreshed, and then Wednesday felt pretty good aside from my shoulder getting pissed off on Sunday. So I still have quite a bit of accessories to do. I'm not gonna end the video with some dumbbell curls. Maybe one day in another video, I'll do it again, which I did do a couple times already. So I'm gonna finish, I can speak. I'm gonna finish off my incline raise, I'm gonna finish off with my lateral raises, then move on to dumbbell curls, and then finish off some face pulls. So as of right now, that's the end of the video. Comment, rate, subscribe, all that fun stuff. If you want some online coaching, there's some stuff in the description below, especially my Instagram where I'm active daily, or try to post something daily, especially on my reels to give you some informative stuff. And I'm trying to expand my horizons on the reels and give more of myself versus just information and fitness, more as to who Coach Troy is. So yeah, follow along on Instagram at @MaximumOutput_training, and I'll see you there. And until next time, I'll catch you for another vlog next week. Peace.